All right, greetings everyone. In this video, I want to discuss what are arrays in how we can create them in R and how we can subset them in R. We'll break that down into a couple of videos. But first of all, an array is a multi-dimensional homogeneous data structure. So that means arrays can be one-dimensional, they can be two-dimensional, they can be three-dimensional, they can be four-dimensional, they can be five-dimensional, and so on. So arrays can have any sort of finite dimension that we can imagine, and they're homogeneous. They can only contain a single data type. So I can have an array that has all decimals. I can have an array that has elements that are all integers. I can have an array of characters. I can have an array of logicals, but I can't have an array that has some logicals and some numerics, for example. So it is a homogeneous data structure. We're going to focus our discussion on three-dimensional arrays because it's a natural jump, a natural increase to go from matrices to three-dimensional arrays. But I think once you see how we do the leap from a two-dimensional matrix to a three-dimensional array, you'll pick up on what it would mean to think about four-dimensional or five-dimensional arrays. But an array, if we think about a three-dimensional array, one analogy that you can use is you can think about this as like a loaf of bread, and each slice of the bread is a two-dimensional array, or a matrix is a type of two-dimensional array. So we have each slice is a matrix, and then we're going to join together a stack up a bunch of these slices, each of the matrices, to form an array. So you can think of a three-dimensional array as stacking a bunch of two-dimensional matrices on top of each other. So it's like each matrix is a cross section of the array, is one way to think about it. And we'll talk about how we can now create these arrays in R in the very next video.